Before we start, I just want to say thank you to all the lovely comments about the treasure hunt and my little story. Yeah, it was just something a little bit different. And this week we're going to do something different again because it's Easter. And I don't know what to do for Easter. And these two were no help at all. I said, what should we do for Easter? And Easter bonnet parade was one idea. And an Easter egg hunt, and I said, we've just done a treasure hunt. We can't do an Easter egg, an Easter egg hunt as well. And then they were like, oh, I don't know, just do something pretty and spring. I went, okay. So this is their choice. So all I've done is I've got myself a backing piece, which I'm gonna make. I'm just going to cut down to size. Ooh, not cut my cotton. So it just needs trimming a bit. And we're just going to make like a collage on the page and do like a spread like you would in a journal. I know, I keep going back to my journals. I found this. I've been looking for all my yellow. Sorry, I'm rabbiting on, aren't I? Shh, calm down. This is why I need to stitch. So what we're going to do is we're going to put some of this fabric on, which is, it's got like ducks on it, which I thought was quite cool. And we're just going to take pieces and then collage them on, stitch them around. And I just think that might be quite cute. And we'll just get rid of all the threads. I'm going to make such a mess with this, aren't I? I can see it. I can see it. So let's have quite a long piece now. I know this doesn't, what do you call it? Rip. I have to cut this one. So we'll use one of those pieces. I've also got some of this, whatever this is. I don't know what it's called. But let's just cut. I'm just randomly cutting some squares and pieces. So I may get more. So I thought what we'll do maybe is let's have that bit at the top, the little ducks, and maybe we'll put this on and maybe this underneath like that. Are we in frame, guys? Are we in frame? Just about. You two move up a bit. I can move up. There we go. And I did find this little strip that I thought would be quite nice as well. Slightly not frayed enough for me at the bottom, but we'll go with it. And I'm just wondering if we can sort of put this, well, maybe we'll put it down here. Something like this. And then I may do some Easter eggs and do some patterns on with some stitches. But what I want to do first is just stitch all this down. So I do need some pins to hold it down. Or do I? No, I don't. If it comes off, I'll just put them back on. It's not exact, is it? We're just going to go for it. Let's put this piece down in the middle, and that will hold all the other pieces. Yeah, I'm going to have to turn it that way. So we're going to try and stick. I have to go this way. And we're going to try and go, just do a running stitch down this edge. Oops, I can only do one. I can only do one at a time, apparently. Doesn't want to come back up again the second time. Let's see if I can do better. And down. So just a running stitch, and also I'm using a contrasting colour just to make it, you know, a bit more interesting. But I think yellow is like the most spring colour I can use. All right, girls? Yep, they're happy. They think it's going to be super pretty. So we've been talking about where they want to go next for their... Oh, look at I've gone a bit wonky. Are we surprised? No, no, we're not. Sorry. Yeah, I've been talking about where we're going to go on our next adventure. And we were thinking the beach. So, because, you know, I do love the beach. I'm thinking I might do different stitches along the bottom. I might just go all the way down to there, like that. And then maybe we'll carry on the sort of straight stitch along the bottom, like that. Because obviously it will be, it will have an edge on. Now let's just straighten this up. I know, look at me going straight. Yep, that doesn't happen very often. Straight lines. Yeah, so I think in the beach, we'll have a little wander down the beach, see what we can find. And so if you want to join me and make a beach scene, grab out all your beachy colours for next time. And maybe we'll stitch together. There we go. I'm not going to sit and do all this with you because it is just going to be straight stitching. And I do need to just do some quiet meditative stitching today. So it might not be as long as some of the other videos, but you know, I've got to cater for everybody, and some people don't want the really long ones. So today it's their turn. A nice short Sally's adventure, because there's not really an adventure. It's Easter. And in the UK, that means it's going to rain. It doesn't matter when Easter falls, but it's usually raining. It's raining today. Honestly, I think we have more rain than any country in the world. It just never stops. Oh, I could make a little pocket, couldn't we? No, I don't need pockets. I don't need pockets. I'm like addicted to pockets. I love making little pockets. Oh, come on, don't knot up. There we go. Oh, I know, if I'd have pinned them on, it wouldn't have been a problem. But I'd have probably stuck myself with pins. We don't want to do that. You can glue them down as well. Just a bit of, you know, glue stick. I don't want to name a brand because I think they all do the same job. Unless they're really, really cheap ones. But then they would do the trick. You just need to hold them in place while you stitch. That's it. And I'm just using a single strand. There we go. That's going to hold all the pieces together. Just straighten that one up. And I'm going to go back across the top. I know I made a pocket on one of them. I think that was in my Just Because book. This going to be pretty, girls? I think it might be. trying to keep it straight. Very tricky for me. So I haven't seen many photos coming in on the Facebook group. How are you all doing? Do share your work. And, you know, it's very inspiring for others, even if you don't think, you know, if you think you're too much of a beginner and that yours isn't, you know, yours isn't good, but neither is mine. It doesn't bother me. Share. You know, we all start somewhere. And I promise you, nobody will say anything horrible about your stitching. Because we've all been there. We've all been beginners. I mean, look how wonky that is. Great big stitches. So even if you think it's not good enough, come and join us on the Facebook group and share your storybooks. Doesn't matter when you start. The videos will be there for you to follow along. They're all in the little playlist. So I've got some yellow, and I think, get off, I don't want blue fluff on there. I think what I want to do is just some different stitches. So I might do some crosses, little mini crosses, just random, just for something different. So you can do crosses in sort of different ways, and I like to do mine one at a time. If I'm doing them randomly, I just think one at a time, and just sort of, you know, it's just straight stitches, but on top of each other. It's the same stitch. You just sort of go, you just make a cross. And you can make them as big or as little as you like. And you can make one bigger than the other, one sort of side long, and or you can make them symmetrical. Versatile little stitch. I'll do a few of these up here. I'll do one in the middle of that little flowery bit there. Nope. We're not having that. Thank you. A little tiny one in there, look. Do you know what I'm thinking I might do is go round those. I could go round that shape in a different, in the green maybe. That might look quite nice. Do a back stitch or something round it. A bit too big. So I might carry on, do a few more of those there. I'm just going to put my needle in there because I'm going to carry on and do some more of those. Only you've seen me do that. And now I'm thinking I need to get this down. It's not quite square, but you know. And what I really want to do is some of my like seaweed stitching. It's either feather stitch or the other one that I can never remember the name of. And I thought I might do some of that between all the ducks. But really little. Now this might be a bit wonky. But you know, I'm going to do it little. And it's not going to be perfect, especially going this way. We don't mind. I don't know whether I'm doing this right or not now. I forget how to do things. My memory is just not that good. I think I need to come that way. I'll probably do some more. I don't know what this is, more like a buttonhole stitch than a, isn't it? I don't know what that is. Maybe it's just a stitch. Now I'm stuck right by the by there. I'm going to go down and come back up somewhere else. There we go. So I'm going to come back up over here and try again. I'm not taking it out. It'll be fine. It's just pattern. Doodling. That's what we're going to call it. Doodling. It's not a stitch. It's just a doodle. Just enjoy it, guys. Just de-stress. Have some fun with your stitches. That's what it's all about. There's no, what's the word I'm looking for? No point stressing over stitching. There's no need to be perfect. Just do it because you enjoy it. As you can see, I don't know what stitch this is, but I think it looks pretty. I quite like it. I'm sure I'm not doing it correctly, but do you know what? It doesn't matter. In fact, I think if I can do that, I think. That's it. Aha. You see, it all comes back to you eventually. And I think I'm just going to go back under. Oops, I've got a great big knot now. No, 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 no. We're not having that. No knots. Thank you very much. And we can come up over here. And I have to go this way. I don't know why. If I hold my cotton down and go in there and come up, I think that's how I did it. You don't have to do it all like one step at a time. The only problem is when you go this way, I think that's when I have to do it like this and hold my nut down, because that's when it doesn't work properly for me. But if you're doing it this way to the right hand side, it seems to work. Bizarrely. I know. Go figure. I don't know. I don't know. But I'm trying to avoid the ducks. That's what I'm doing. I don't think I can do it this way. I think I might have to then do the loop and catch that loop. Like that. Come up there. That's it. I remember now. Just takes a few stitches and then you get back into the swing. One more. Like that. And I might finish my cotton off and just go back underneath. So a little bit, obviously it's going to be that way up. But I'm just going to do some more of that over here. And then all we need to do is something down here. But I don't know yet. So I'm going to do that little bit, then we'll come back and do some more. Okay? Okay, I'm back, and this is what I've done so far. So I've done a few more of those, finished the crosses off. I've done sort of, I don't know, just little straight stitches. And I've found some more greens. Now, as it happens, I didn't plan this, but I am just doing green and yellow. Who knew? And, oh, there is some blue. There's some blue. Where did that come from? What I'm thinking of doing is making some Easter eggs to go on my page. So I'm not sure about that one. I may have to rethink. Well, I've got my big scissors. I've got to cut out some egg shapes. So we're going to start big. They'll probably get smaller by the time I get to an egg shape, because that's just a round. Okay, so we need to... It's sort of egg-shaped. Oh, don't put all them bits in there. Put them in there. I think that's too big. Okay, so let's just try and make it a bit small. Honestly. Right, one bit bigger than the other bit, I think. No, I'm back to a round again now. Okay. There's got to be an easy way to cut an oval. Oh, hang on. One side has got to be thinner than the other side. But, oh my goodness me, I'm making the right pig's ear of that, aren't I? I think that was it. That was my one piece of that, wasn't it? Right. I'm going to make a template. Okay, right. I've cut an egg shape out of some plain fabric. And I'm just going to cut round it. I might have to go and find some more fabric now. Sticking with my greens and quite muted greens and yellows as well. I did find some trim, but it all seems a bit bright. And I wanted to decorate my eggs with some trim. Yellow isn't a colour that I use very often. So this is why I haven't got a lot of it in my stash. So I think that looks better. So I could have one here. Let's cut this one out of blue. And I don't know if I like it. So we'll have a look. Because I've got no more blue on it. As I say, I am quite desperate for the yellow bit. And I'm going to be stitching over the top, so... Oh, come on. There we go. I don't know. I think it looks all right. It doesn't matter if it's a bit of blue. I need another colour now. The only other fabric I've got out is this, which I think is... I don't know, it's the same colour as that. Let's cut one out. I might make this one smaller. Sometimes you just need to have a template. And they can be wobbly around the edges, I don't mind. They're going to look sort of egg-shaped, haven't they? Else nobody's going to know what they are. They're like balls. I quite like that. And I could put this one this side. And these two over here. Maybe. Or they could be balancing like this. Maybe put this... I'm still umming and ahhing about that one. I might go and see if I can find some more of this fabric that I just ruined. Hang on. Okay, I found the squared one. Maybe that would work. I can just cut a piece out of that. You know, I don't need it. It's fine. I'll use my template because I don't want to cut that and then end up cutting it, if you see what I mean. Right. maybe. Just very Eastery. Eastery. And I've got some, this is the only bit of yellow rickrack. But I'm thinking about just putting some like across the centre. Maybe that one. Oh, and I've got this ribbon and I've got this lace. Oh, and I've got this wool. So, and more cotton. So I'm thinking which one's it going to look best on? This one. And of course it's all wrinkly. Cut a piece off. Grab the yellow. Have I got yellow? Yeah. There we go. I've got yellow and green on my needles. Let's stick to the theme. Let's not have blue. And I'm just going to stick this across. Just a cute page in the book. As I say, next time we'll go to the beach. I think that will be pretty cool. So if you want to join me and stitch along, because it may be a long one, then grab out your fabrics that you think you might need for a trip to the beach. Bring your Sally, your Bernard, or whatever else you've called your character, and stitch along with me. There we go. I think that's going to look awesome. And I'm just going to go around the edge and attach these down. So yeah, didn't really have an idea for today. So this is just an Easter page. No story, no making stuff up as I go along. That's all today. And I think I'll just trim these to the same as my egg, because you know they don't go past the egg. And obviously I'll just go around the outside and stick that down. So we have this one, which we can put up here. Oh, I quite like that. Let's just cut a bit of that. I do like it, strangely enough. I thought it was going to be too bright. And that's the right way. Now I'm going to do the same thing and just put that down. No, nothing complicated today. Nice, easy page. We're just going to tack this one down. Little tiny stitches right on the edge. Hopefully you can see. I'm going to zoom in so you can see what I'm doing. There we go. Come on. Ooh, I'm doing really tiny stitches. Look at that. It's because I took my glasses off, I can actually see what I'm doing. I think my eyesight's getting worse and worse, guys. Oh, that bad. It's so bad. And again, all the way along the bottom. just tack this piece of ribbon down with little over stitches. Just like that. Yeah, got my jumper. I've got 2 jumpers on today. It's very cold and a bit grey. Stopped raining, but it could start again at any moment. I'm staying in now. I've been out, finished. Can carry on with my stitching. Well, I might do this stitch around the outside. It will take a while, but this is something I can do while I'm watching YouTube later, catching up on my videos. I do watch some videos on my TV, so if I don't comment, I am still watching. Okay. So if I do watch you and I do watch, I just can't comment off the TV, which is slightly annoying. But try and remember to go back in and comment afterwards. Sometimes it's a couple of days later and I go, oh, I didn't comment on this one. I know. They should have it so that you can comment on TVs. No, I don't want fur. I have these weird things. And I was thinking, let me see, now that's orange. What if I tried, this might be a bit random, to go round the outside? Do you think that's going to be too difficult? I think it might be. Maybe I could do some cross lines like this. That might be quite nice. Shall we see? Let's try it. Which is the best green? Is it this green again? That will. Oh, this is a different green, but it will do. It's fine. This is like a variegated green. This. I don't know what this is. I think it's for like when you do flowers and you have them sticking up. I'm not sure. I'm not sure where they've come. I think it may have been Kathy from Kathy's Favourite Things a long time ago. I do keep everything, and then one day it comes in useful, like today. Today I am using it. So if you did send me this, Kathy, thank you very much. I am finally using it. It might have been quite a few years. I think that's working. I don't want to make my pages too bulky, because obviously we've got a few more to go yet. I'm going to carry on doing this, and I might go back the other way, or I might cut it. Right, so I'm going to get to the end. I'm going to cut that. Hopefully I'll cut this. Oh yeah, that cut's quite easy. And I might do another one like this across there, maybe. What do you think? So what I might finish that off and put these down and do all the rest of it and come back and show you when it's all finished, because I'm not sure about this yet. I'm going to have to put the other piece on and see what I think. But I'll be back and I'll show you the finished page, and that will be going in the book. Okay, so I did quite a lot, and I've sort of nearly finished, but I thought I'd come on, just finish it off with you. I'm doing my French knots, and as you can see, I've decorated up the eggs and I've gone round them with some tiny stitches. Put a ribbon on one, I put the rick-rack on one, and this one I've put the little tiny beads on. I've also done another row on here and some little mini flowers. So I like the way it's turned out. Another little experiment. So even if you haven't got a lot of colours and you don't have a big repertoire of stitches, you can do this. Oh, right on the duck. Just choose a couple of colours. And this is just a very spring-like, I think I'll put one there, page. Got my Easter eggs on there. Got the ducks. I could have put a rabbit on, but I haven't got a rabbit. I could have stamped one and stitched that. Oh, that's a loopy one. There's all sorts of things you could do for Easter, but I have done an Easter page, so I didn't want to go down that route. So we've gone spring, just because. Why not? And I think Sally and Candy like the little spring page. I'm going to leave it at that. Sometimes less is more. So we're just going to pop this so there we go. That is ready to go into our book. Let's get rid of them threads. I'm not going to stitch it in because obviously I'm going to wait until I've done the other page and then stitch them together. Yes, I know it's bigger, but my pages are getting smaller and smaller. So I've made this big so that I'm going to make the next one big, which will make my pages slightly larger. So there we go. That is this week's page in Sally's little adventure book. Not so much of an adventure, just a nod towards spring. Thank you so much for joining me today, guys. Next week, grab all your blues, your greens, and we're going to make a beach scene. Sally is going to the beach. I'll see you then. Bye.